I'm going to summarize an article published by the DAV on June 10th, 2026. These proposed changes are tied to a broader veterans package currently moving through Congress. However, I want to focus specifically on the proposed changes to tinnitus and sleep apnea because they have generated a tremendous amount of discussion within the veteran community. The article starts, this week, a new congressional proposal was unveiled that could cut benefits for up to 1.5 million veterans and reduce future disability compensation payments to them by as much as $57 billion in just the next 10 years, according to a VA analysis. This is wrong and it must be stopped. The proposal would effectively stop compensating veterans for the impact of service-connected tinnitus and dramatically reduce compensation for most disabled veterans suffering from sleep apnea if they use a medical device called a CPAP while sleeping. These changes would apply to all new claims as well as any reassessments or reevaluations of existing claims. Eliminating compensation for sleep apnea and tinnitus is not a reflection of improved outcomes for veterans. It is a budget-driven decision that shifts the burden onto those who have already sacrificed in service to our nation. While we appreciate all good faith efforts to develop and enact a package of positive veterans legislation, we reject the premise that the only way to fulfill the promises made to the men and women who served in the past is by cutting benefits for veterans in the future. A grateful nation should never try to balance its budget on the backs of the men and women who sacrificed so much for our freedom. That was from the DAV. So what I want to say, one thing that's important to understand is that the VA has updated and revised its disability rating schedule many times over the years. We've seen changes involving the skin, musculoskeletal conditions, the digestive system, respiratory conditions, infectious diseases, and other body systems. So rating schedule updates themselves are nothing new. What makes these proposed changes different, in my opinion, is the number of veterans who could be affected. Tinnitus is one of the most common service-connected disabilities, and sleep apnea is also one of the most common conditions veterans receive compensation for, particularly when a CPAP machine is required. Because these conditions affect so many veterans, these proposed changes have generated much more attention than previous rating schedule updates. I am service connected for sleep apnea and I use a CPAP machine every night. So this proposal is something I'm paying very close attention to. In my opinion, Congress should be very cautious before making changes that could affect such a large number of veterans. This proposal is still making its way through Congress, so we'll have to see what ultimately happens. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, give me the thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next video. Veterans helping veterans.